late 19th century against the backdrop of Africa's intricate tapestry of cultures and kingdoms, one remarkable chapter unfolded in the heart of what is now Nigeria, the invasion of the Benin Kingdom. This gripping tale intertwines the clash of civilizations, the pursuit of colonial dominance, and the tragic fate of a kingdom with a rich heritage. Steeped in both cultural resistance and imperial ambition, the events of 1897 would etch a lasting scar on the canvas of history, forever altering the destiny of the Benin Kingdom. Amidst the dense jungles and vibrant landscapes of late 19th century Africa, the storm of imperial ambitions gathered over the Benin Kingdom. The prelude to the invasion of 1897 began with a confluence of diplomatic tensions, economic interests, and a tragic incident that would set the stage for a clash between the mighty Benin Kingdom and the expanding British Empire. In 1896, a British trade expedition ventured into the heart of Benin's lush territory, seeking to further imperial economic interests. However, the expedition took a dark turn when it encountered resistance and faced a brutal ambush. The fallout from this ill-fated encounter became the catalyst for a chain of events that would lead to the invasion of the storied Benin Kingdom. The incident, marked by the loss of British lives, triggered a swift and uncompromising response from the colonial power. What started as a diplomatic dispute soon escalated into a full-fledged military expedition as the British sought retribution and control over a kingdom that had long resisted their encroachment. The impending clash would not only reshape the geopolitical landscape, but also unravel a tale of cultural heritage, imperial ambition, and the inevitable collision between two worlds. The British forces, consisting of naval and military personnel, attacked Benin City in February 1897. Fierce battles erupted as the British forces encountered determined resistance. The city's defenses were formidable, but the invaders pressed forward. After days of intense fighting, they breached the walls and the city was captured. Enobam Ubanramwen was arrested and later exiled to Calabar. The British also looted the city, taking many artifacts and treasures, including the famous Benin bronzes, which are now housed in various museums around the world. In addition to looting, parts of Benin City were deliberately set on fire. The punitive nature of the expedition aimed to not only subdue the Benin Kingdom, but also to send a strong message to other African societies resisting colonial rule. With the capture of Benin City, the British consolidated their control over the Benin Kingdom and its surrounding territories. The region was incorporated into the British Empire, becoming part of the broader colonial administration in West Africa. The deliberate destruction of parts of Benin City, coupled with the looting, underscored the punitive nature of the British expedition. The city, once a flourishing center of trade, art, and governance, lay in ruins. The devastation left a lasting imprint on the landscape, serving as a stark reminder of the brutal consequences of resistance to colonial encroachment. The establishment of British control over the Benin Kingdom and its integration into the broader colonial administration in West Africa marked the geopolitical transformation of the region. The once independent kingdom became a pawn in the imperial chessboard, contributing to the broader narrative of European dominance on the African continent. The invasion of the Benin Kingdom was a tragic episode in the complex tapestry of Africa's history. It remains a poignant reminder of the high cost paid by indigenous cultures in the face of imperial ambitions, as well as an enduring call for reflection on the preservation and restitution of cultural heritage in the modern era. Guerrilla warfare and armed resistance. Some members of the Benin society chose to resist British rule through armed conflict. Guerrilla warfare tactics were employed, with sporadic attacks on British outposts and officials. The resistance fighters often utilized the dense forest and challenging terrain to their advantage. Resistance was not only manifested through armed conflict, but also through spiritual and cultural means. The preservation of indigenous religious practices, cultural traditions, and languages became a form of resistance against the cultural assimilation imposed by the colonial authorities. Nigeria gained independence from British colonial rule in 1960. Benin, as part of Nigeria, also became an independent nation. However, the legacy of colonialism and the impacts of events like the 1897 invasion continue to influence the socio-economic and political landscape.